the realm of shadows, darkness, and the afterlife. In Greek mythology, this is the dominion of Hades, the often feared and misunderstood god of the underworld. Hades, one of the most powerful figures in the Greek pantheon, ruled over a realm shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Hades' realm, far from being a place of eternal torment, was a realm of balance. It was where souls went after their time on earth, their fates determined by their deeds in life. While Hades presided over this process, he was not the one who decided the fate of each soul. That responsibility fell to the three judges of the underworld. Hades ensured the order and balance of the afterlife. Join us as we delve into the depths of the underworld to uncover the truth about Hades. Hades, often depicted as a stern and unforgiving deity, has long been painted in a negative light. He is often associated with death and darkness, leading to a perception of him as a cruel and malevolent god. However, this portrayal is a far cry from the complete picture. Hades, though a ruler of the underworld, was not inherently evil. He was a god of immense power and authority, charged with maintaining order in the realm of the dead. His role required him to be impartial, a fair and just ruler who ensured that the souls of the departed were treated accordingly. The fear associated with Hades stems largely from a misunderstanding of his domain. Hades, as the ruler of this realm, played a crucial role in maintaining the cosmic order. To understand Hades, we must look beyond the simplified portrayals and delve into the rich tapestry of Greek myths. His story is intertwined with the tales of his siblings, Zeus and Poseidon, and their epic battle against the Titans. Hades, despite his association with the underworld, played a pivotal role in this cosmic struggle. He was not a passive observer, but an active participant in shaping the destiny of the gods. The abduction of Persephone, for instance, is often misinterpreted as a tale of brute force and cruelty. However, a deeper exploration reveals a story of love, albeit unconventional, and the delicate balance between the realms of the living and the dead. We will examine his symbols, such as the three-headed dog Cerberus and the bident, and understand their significance in Greek mythology. By piecing together these fragments of myth and history, we can begin to see Hades in a new light. Hades, much like his siblings Zeus and Poseidon, was not born into power. He was one of the children swallowed whole by his father, the Titan Cronus, who feared a prophecy foretelling his downfall at the hands of his own offspring. Rhea, their mother, tricked Cronus into swallowing a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes in place of their youngest child, Zeus. Zeus, raised in secret, grew strong, and eventually challenged his father, forcing him to regurgitate his swallowed children, including Hades. Freed from their imprisonment, Hades and his brothers, along with their sisters Hera, Demeter, and Hestia, waged war against the Titans. This epic battle, known as the Titanomachy, raged for 10 long years, shaking the very foundations of the cosmos. Hades, despite his association with the underworld, was a fierce warrior. He fought alongside his brothers, his presence on the battlefield striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. With the Titans vanquished, the victorious gods stood poised to claim their dominion over the cosmos. The spoils of war, however, were not to be divided equally. Instead, the three brothers, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, drew lots to determine their respective realms. To Zeus fell the heavens, to Poseidon the seas, and to Hades, much to his chagrin, the underworld became his domain. The underworld, a realm shrouded in darkness and mystery, was a far cry from the bright and airy heavens or the vast and ever-changing seas. Yet Hades accepted his lot, for he understood the importance of balance. Despite the inherent darkness of his realm, Hades was not a cruel or unjust ruler. He ruled the underworld with a sense of fairness and order. Hades' domain was not a place of eternal torment, as often misconstrued. It was a realm of many facets, encompassing both Elysian fields, where the virtuous found peace, and Tartarus, a place of punishment for the wicked. The Asphodel Meadows, a neutral realm, housed the souls of those who lived lives neither remarkably good nor evil. The weight of ruling over such a diverse and often somber realm inevitably shaped Hades's persona. He became associated with the darkness and silence of his domain, often depicted as a stern and unyielding figure. Despite his fearsome reputation, Hades was not devoid of emotion. He was capable of love, as evidenced by his relationship with Persephone, and he valued loyalty, surrounding himself with those who served him faithfully. He understood the importance of balance and ensured that the souls under his care were treated fairly. Hades, as ruler of the underworld, also held dominion over the riches hidden beneath the earth. Precious metals and gemstones, the lifeblood of mortal economies, were his to command. This aspect of his dominion further contributed to his wealth and power, making him a figure of both fear and reverence. Mortals, though fearful of Hades and his realm, recognized his influence over their world. They offered sacrifices and performed rituals to appease him, hoping to ensure a swift and merciful passage into the afterlife for themselves and their loved ones. The very ground upon which they walked was a reminder of Hades's presence, a testament to his power over the hidden depths of the earth. The myths surrounding Hades offer a glimpse into the ancient Greeks' understanding of life, death, and the afterlife. Hades, though often misunderstood, played a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the cosmos. Hades, despite his dominion over the underworld, was not always confined to his subterranean realm. He possessed the ability to traverse the realms, to walk among mortals unseen and unheard. This power stemmed from one of his most prized possessions, a helm forged by the Cyclopes during the Titanomachy. This was no ordinary helm, it was the Helm of Invisibility, a powerful artifact capable of rendering its wearer completely unseen. With the Helm of Invisibility, Hades could move undetected, observing the world of mortals, intervening in their affairs, or simply observing the ebb and flow of life above. The helm became a symbol of Hades's power, a reminder that he was not bound by the limitations of the mortal realm. Myths often depict Hades using the helm for various purposes, whether to avoid detection during his travels or to gain an advantage in conflicts. It speaks to his cunning and strategic mind, his ability to operate outside the expected norms. No tale of Hades is complete without mentioning Cerberus, the fearsome three-headed dog charged with guarding the gates of the underworld. With a bark that could shake the earth and a mane of serpents, Cerberus was a creature of terrifying might, a fitting guardian for the realm of the dead. His task was simple, yet crucial, to prevent the living from entering the underworld, and, more importantly, to stop the dead from escaping. Cerberus, a monstrous blend of canine ferocity and otherworldly power, served as a powerful symbol of Hades's dominion over death. He was a creature of primal fear, his presence alone enough to deter even the bravest of heroes. Myths often depict Cerberus as a formidable opponent, his three heads able to track multiple targets and unleash a torrent of fury upon those who dared to cross him. Despite his fearsome nature, Cerberus was not inherently evil. His presence, though terrifying, was a necessary component of the cosmic balance, ensuring that the veil between the realms of the living and the dead remained intact. One of the most famous myths involving Hades is the tale of his abduction of Persephone, the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. This story, steeped in symbolism and drama, offers a glimpse into the complexities of Hades's character and the delicate balance between the realms of life and death. As the story goes, Hades, struck by Persephone's beauty, decided to make her his queen. Knowing that Demeter would never willingly give up her daughter to the god of the underworld, Hades resorted to a plan of deception. He waited for Persephone to wander away from her companions in a field of flowers, and when the opportunity arose, he burst forth from the earth in his chariot, seizing Persephone and carrying her down to his subterranean realm. Demeter, heartbroken and enraged by her daughter's disappearance, searched high and low for Persephone, her grief so profound that it plunged the earth into a state of perpetual winter. Crops withered, and famine threatened to consume the mortal realm. Zeus, witnessing the devastation caused by Demeter's sorrow and fearing for the fate of humankind, intervened, forcing Hades to return Persephone to her mother. Hades, bound by Zeus's command, reluctantly agreed to release Persephone. However, he had cunningly ensured that she would forever be bound to his realm. Before allowing her to return to the surface, he offered her a pomegranate, a symbol of marriage and fertility in Greek culture. Persephone, unaware of the pomegranate's significance, accepted the fruit and consumed a few of its seeds. By partaking of the food of the underworld, even a small amount, Persephone had unwittingly bound herself to Hades' realm. She was no longer able to remain in the world of the living permanently. A compromise was reached, a delicate balance between the realms of life and death. Persephone would spend a portion of the year with her mother Demeter, during which time the earth would flourish with spring and summer's bounty. Beyond the myths and symbols, Hades' primary role was that of a ruler, the king of the underworld and the arbiter of the afterlife. He presided over the souls of the departed, ensuring that they were treated fairly and that the delicate balance between life and death remained intact. His realm was not a place of eternal torment, but rather a realm of judgment and transition. Those who lived virtuous lives were rewarded in the afterlife, finding peace and contentment in the Elysian fields. Those who committed heinous acts faced punishment in Tartarus, the deepest and darkest part of the underworld. Hades, in his role as ruler, ensured that the laws of the underworld were upheld, that justice, however harsh, was served. His decisions were based on the actions of the deceased, their deeds in life determining their fate in the afterlife. Hades represented a fundamental aspect of the Greek worldview, the belief that actions have consequences both in life and in death. While Hades ruled over the underworld, he was not solely responsible for judging the souls of the departed. That task fell to a trio of judges, Minos, Rhadamanthys, and Aeacus, each chosen for their wisdom and impartiality. These judges, appointed by Hades, presided over the souls that entered the underworld, carefully weighing their actions in life to determine their rightful place in the afterlife. Hades, as ruler, oversaw this process, ensuring that the judgments were carried out fairly and that the order of the underworld remained undisturbed. He was the ultimate authority, the final arbiter of souls, but he delegated the task of judgment to those he deemed worthy and impartial. This system of judgment, presided over by Hades, reflected the ancient Greeks' belief in accountability and the importance of living a virtuous life. It served as a reminder that actions have consequences, that even in death, one could not escape the weight of their deeds. Hades ensured that the souls under his care were treated fairly and justly. While the realm of Hades remains shrouded in myth and mystery, the ancient Greeks left behind tangible reminders of their beliefs about the underworld. Scattered across Greece lie ruins dedicated to Hades, each whispering tales of rituals and beliefs. These remnants provide insights into how the ancient Greeks perceived the afterlife. From temples to caves believed to be entrances to the underworld, these sites offer a glimpse into a world where the veil between the living and the dead felt thin. They stand as testament to the ancient Greeks' fascination with life and death. Among the most intriguing remnants of ancient Greek beliefs is the Necromantion, a temple complex dedicated to Hades and Persephone. Located in Epirus, it was believed to be a gateway to the underworld, where the living could communicate with the dead. The name Necromantion evokes mystery and otherworldly power, hinting at the rituals practiced within. Here, individuals performed rituals to conjure spirits or seek advice from the departed. Necromancy involved complex rituals, sacrifices, and purification. The Necromantian's labyrinthine chambers provided an ideal setting for these practices. The ruins, though reclaimed by nature, still whisper tales of ancient rituals. The ancient Greeks believed the underworld was a physical place hidden from mortal eyes. They identified caves or chasms as entrances to Hades' domain. The Plutonium at Hierapolis in Turkey was one such site. This sanctuary, dedicated to Pluto, featured a cave with noxious fumes. The Acherusian caves in Greece were also believed to be an entrance to the underworld. These caves captured the imagination of the ancient Greeks. Beyond specific sites associated with Hades and the underworld, Echoes of the god and his realm can be found in various forms of ancient Greek art and architecture. Temple friezes, pottery, and sculptures often depict scenes from underworld myths, offering glimpses into the ancient Greeks' visual interpretations of Hades, his realm, and the stories associated with him. These artistic representations provide valuable insights into how the ancient Greeks envisioned the underworld and its inhabitants. Hades himself is often depicted as a majestic, if somewhat stern, figure, seated upon a throne and holding his symbols of power, the bident, a two-pronged staff, and the cornucopia, representing the riches of the underworld. These depictions, often found in contexts related to death and burial, served as reminders of Hades' dominion over the afterlife. Scenes from underworld myths, such as the abduction of Persephone or the judgment of souls, also appear frequently in ancient Greek art. These depictions, often rich in symbolism and emotional resonance, provided visual narratives of the underworld's role in the cosmic order and the consequences of human actions in the afterlife. Archaeological excavations of ancient Greek tombs and burial sites have unearthed a wealth of artifacts that shed light on beliefs about the afterlife and the journey of the soul into the realm of Hades. Grave goods, often carefully selected and placed with the deceased, provide insights into the ancient Greeks' conceptions of death and the needs of the soul in the afterlife. Objects of daily life, such as pottery, tools, and weapons, suggest a belief that the deceased would continue to engage in familiar activities in the underworld. Coins, often placed in the mouths of the deceased, were intended as payment to Charon, the ferrymen who transported souls across the river Styx to Hades' realm. These artifacts, often imbued with both practical and symbolic significance, offer a poignant glimpse into the ancient Greeks' efforts to equip their loved ones for the journey into the unknown. They reflect a belief in the continuation of the soul after death and the importance of providing for its needs in the afterlife. The legacy of Hades, god of the underworld, extends far beyond ancient Greek mythology. His name, whispered with fear and reverence, conjures visions of a shadowy realm where souls face judgment. Hades, a keeper of balance, was not malevolent but a guardian of life and death. His dominion was a realm of transition and judgment, not eternal torment. Myths of Hades offer insights into the cosmos, good and evil, and balance between life and death. Hades' influence extends beyond mythology, permeating Western culture, from language and literature to art and music. His name, synonymous with the underworld, is a metaphor for dark, forbidding places. Literary works often feature allusions to Hades, exploring themes of mortality and morality. In art and music, Hades inspires awe, interpreted through diverse artistic lenses. His symbols, like Cerberus and the Bident, represent power, mystery, and the underworld. The enduring allure of Hades and the underworld taps into our deepest fears and fascinations. Death, the ultimate unknown, captivates human imagination, and Hades embodies both terror and allure. Myths provide a framework for understanding death as a transition, not an end. The underworld is depicted with its own rules, hierarchies, and justice. This portrayal emphasizes balance and accountability, resonating with audiences today. In recent years, there has been a growing trend to reinterpret Hades and his realm, moving away from the purely negative connotations associated with the underworld. Contemporary artists, writers, and filmmakers are exploring the complexities of Hades' character, portraying him not as a villainous figure, but as a complex and often misunderstood deity who embodies both darkness and light, justice and compassion. This shift in perspective reflects a broader cultural movement towards embracing nuance and challenging traditional narratives, particularly those that perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Hades, once relegated to the role of antagonist, is being reimagined as a more sympathetic figure, his dominion over the underworld seen as a necessary aspect of the cosmic order rather than a manifestation of evil. This reinterpretation of Hades highlights the evolving nature of mythology, its ability to adapt to changing cultural values and perspectives. It also underscores the enduring power of these ancient stories to spark conversation, challenge assumptions, and inspire new interpretations. The story of Hades, the god of the underworld, is a timeless narrative that resonates across cultures and generations. His realm, shrouded in mystery, represents the ultimate unknown. The myths of Hades reveal our deepest fears and fascinations. They offer hope for something beyond mortality. Hades' legacy lives on, illuminating the human condition. If you enjoyed this journey, like this video, subscribe to Untold Past and ring the bell for updates. Until next time, keep exploring the past.